Do you guys think Darth Vader is the best movie villain of all time?
It's the most iconic.
So he's not the best?
As a villain, as a bad guy, no.
Okay.
But he is the most iconic.
Yeah.
Who's better? I think I agree with you, but I just want to know who you think is better.
Oh man, we're at the top. Let me look at a list here.
Warden Norton from Shawshank Redemption.
He's not better than Darth Vader. When he walks in the room and chokes someone out with the Force.
The Heath Ledger version of Joker, just because there was no method to his madness, he was just doing things.
Yeah,
just he
yeah.
Watch them burn.
He was a villain. He was a bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I felt.
Ooh,
I didn't know if I felt fearful when he walked onto the screen. Look, you have to be a great villain. You need to have your own theme song, man.
Well, a villain. I mean, there's menacing, and then there's a villain doesn't need to be like
scary.
Nurse Ratched from One Who Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh,
yes.
nice.
Ooh,
Yes.
okay.
She's a nurse that literally is just cold-blooded and insane and
It's all in the name.
A little tyrant. Oh yeah, it's in the name.
It's in the name.
But like I'm looking at this list, I'm like, I think she's like way more sadistic than Vader. But Vader is the most iconic. When you think of a bad guy or a villain, you think of Vader. Like he's got the look, he's got the sound, he's got the cool weapon. Like he's all around. Like he does have a good story, and he is a bad guy. Don't get me wrong. And he's a good villain, but he's not like the most villainous.
I think he still is. I mean, I think the problem is we think about him in the Return of the Jedi, and then he had one good moment, and I think that softened him a little bit more. But I think Darth Vader in those first two movies and the stuff that he's done, and he was just killing and ripping apart planets and destroying entire planets. Like I feel like he is the greatest villain of all time. Like he was it's because you didn't see him like literally go just Thanos people in the face. Like he was literally.
Well, he didn't destroy the planet. It was the Admiral, the other guy. I can't think of his name. The dude that died. He had more rank than Vader. But that's the thing is like Vader wasn't even the highest ranked person in the Empire.
Yeah, I mean, of course, but I mean, I think Vader's more of a villain than the Palpatine. Palpatine is the main bad guy, but I think Vader's the better villain.
No, I think
he's in the character. He's the character in there. Like Palpatine is just.
No, I would disagree. I would say Palpatine is a better villain than Vader. But Vader's because he was because he didn't even give a shit. He goes, strike me down, hit me. He told Luke, hit me, bitch. What you gonna do? You ain't gonna do nothing.
Palpatine didn't he wasn't even in. He didn't get his hands dirty until we the third movie. Like
I mean, the entire saga is about him anyway. The entire saga, all 9 films, revolve around him.
I think you have to be memorable. I think we saw this change. He's crushing people's throats with the Force. He was big. He's like he is the gold standard of what a villain is. Yeah.
He was afraid of the Emperor. So if he's the big bad guy,
I don't think
he was gonna let him. He was gonna let him kill his own son. He's like, oh shit. I can't go against you.
He thinks that his master, but it's the whole idea of master. But I don't think he was afraid of him. He knew that at any point in time he could overpower him. But taking to overpower him was going to kill yourself. The only one I could really think, I mean, that's scarier is Hannibal Lecter. I think Hannibal Lecter is the number one scary dude.
Yeah. So I pulled up this, and this is the first thing I clicked on. Vader's number 3. Number 2 was Norman Bates. I think is that what you said, Brandon?
Really, Norman Bates?
Psycho. It's an old school, but it's from Psycho. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if it hits the same.
Hannibal Lecter. I was like, more than Hannibal Lecter.
Hannibal Lecter's number 1.
Hannibal Lecter is the dude for me.
Yeah.
That dude is. I mean, that's sad with a nice Chianti. No, I'm okay with that. That's the scariest dude in the world. Oh, what's the dude from what's that movie? No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, Anton Chigurh. Yeah.
What's his name? Anton.
Anton Chigurh.
Yeah, that's a good villain, but he's not iconic enough to usurp Vader.
Vader's iconic. That's what makes. And you know what? But I think that's kind of what was missing, because they tried to do a bootleg Vader with Kylo, which I liked. I liked the bootleg version of Vader because it was his grandson trying to be like him.
He's a wannabe.
He's a wannabe, and I like that. I'm like, I got that idea. And then The Last Jedi, where Snoke, was like, oh, you're a wannabe, and he's like, I'm not a wannabe, and bashes the helmet. I'm like, what? Like, Disney let you literally bash your money because Kylo Ren was the most money they were making out of that. That's why they had to refix it in the third one. But that's why I was like, do a Darth Vader light, I was working for me until
I think I agree.
They ruined that. But it is what it is.
Brandon says he is, as long as James Earl Jones is voicing him, because that original voice he had was just laughable.
With what was his name? There's a video, a documentary about him. Oh my god, what's his name? He's like British or some shit.
Hey, before I want to get Kevin, I like what Kevin said, but Brandon said, how old were you when you realized his name was Darth Vader and not Dark Vader?
Probably when I was old enough to figure out how closed captioning worked.
I was pretty. I'm going to be honest. I think I was 11.
I was around there.
I think I was 11 when I realized Darth. And then when I started looking into the lore and understanding more about what was going on, I think it took more comics to figure out than anything else. Reading about it.
There you go. What the hell is his name of? My God, it's a really good documentary. Prowse. What the fuck is that? David Prowse. David Prowse was the guy under it. There's a documentary about David Prowse and how he just got effed by the end of the trilogy. Like, they just completely effed him over. But he was Vader. He was just a huge, massive dude. But James Earl Jones was the way to go.
Good. Yeah. Come on.
That was,
James Earl Jones he's a scary dude in himself. James Earl Jones is a young man. Like it's like Paul Robeson, man. That's a big, massive dude with a deep voice that could just look like he just check your heart out of your chest, and while it's beating, just sitting there looking at it, like, all right, and give it back to you. That's a bad man. So your top three. So who's your top three villains, real quick?
Vader, Hannibal Lecter, and Joker.
Okay,
those are my top three.
All right, B, yours.
I'd say Joker, Warden Norton, and Jenny from Forrest Gump.
Oh,
yeah. I'm going Vader, still number one for me. Hannibal Lecter. Well, Hannibal Lecter is probably more minutes. So Hannibal Lecter, Vader, and then I agree, Joker. That Joker was scary. That's it. Scary, like literally. Like, what were you gonna do? Because you don't know where he was gonna go.
Yeah, there was no method to his madness.
Yeah.
He was doing it just to do it.
Yeah. And all three of those guys are iconic. Any version of Joker is iconic. Lecter is iconic. I mean, people still, say his lines. And Vader. Again, iconic. When you get to that iconic level, it's a whole nother level of being a character that's evil. Who's the most villainous? I mean, it's however you want to break things down.
Hey, there you go. I'm gonna give an honorable mention to
Jenny's a monster. She did suck a lot, man. She did really suck a lot.
I'm gonna give an honorable mention to Agent Smith.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a good one.
It's an honorable mention for me.
Yeah.
The Nazis from Inglourious Bastards.
What's his name? Yeah.
Oh, that dude.
He plays a good villain in everything. He's just yeah.
Oh, but he was also the good guy, right? In Django, right?
Yeah. He was.
I balanced it out there. Yeah.
The only not racist white guy in that film versus being a Nazi. It's like it literally does balance out.
I think.
Brandon came right here. I gotta go. This
the
Borg,
and the Borg Queen. Yes, Brandon.
You just said that to make Brian happy.
Yes, you did. You warmed my heart because now I want to go. I'm ready to do my review. Release that review. It's going to be so good. The Borg Queen was amazing. Yes, look out for that.